Okay, hi, I'm Ed Walden from Madden Real Estate here in wonderful Fairbanks, Alaska. And today we're going to talk about the market here in Fairbanks and North Pole and the surrounding area and what's happening this summer 2018. It's a little bit colder this year. We're getting a slow start to the housing market, and we want to just talk about that for a little bit. I got my friend here, Scott, and he's going to ask me a few questions, and we're going to go back and forth a little bit and try to dig into what the market's doing and what we expect in the next 3 months.
Yes, I appreciate being here, Ed. And so I think a good question to start is talk to us about the type of market, seller's market, buyer's market. Talking about the inventory. Tell the people out there what they're looking at if they're thinking about actually getting into making a selling or buying decision this summer.
Well, here's the thing: is it's a low market. We have a low inventory this year, probably worse than we've had in the last several years. We've got 145 properties in Fairbanks area available in all price ranges. We have about 139 properties in the North Pole area in all price ranges. So there's about 3.8 months of inventory. What that says is it's a seller's market. Are we getting multiple offers on these properties yet? No, we're not getting in too many cases. Here's the bottom line. If you have a home that you want to sell, property condition and price will get multiple offers. Locations are important. You know, if we want to be in the hills surrounding, or you want to be in town, whether it's North Pole or Fairbanks, the limited in the 274 or 250 to 275 price range right now, we only have 8 homes available on the market in Fairbanks, and that's where it's really hitting. That's our stick price point, and the average days on market for that is 50 days for those homes to sell. The great homes, the ones that are doing real well, are flying off the market with several people looking at them at one time.
So what areas? I know you just mentioned a couple, but what areas? Like if I'm a seller in the area, where do you need more homes to be on the market, where you have a lot of buyers that are looking to get into that type of price point or specific location?
Well, right now, North Pole's pretty hot, and it has been, but it's looking like it's going to be that way for the next 2 or 3 years. With a lot of the military folks out there, Eielson Air Force Base is expanding with the F-35 programs. F-35s coming in, and we got a lot of folks. We got a lot of military, and the military like that 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, easy in, easy out. You know, they're here for 3 years. They would think about, okay, we want to sell it. So it's not a Lascana style homes typically that those type of folks are looking for, because the Lascana style home, when you look at it, it's a fairly unique home, and those are harder to sell. So our military folks are going for the more traditional style home, you know, a ranch home or a 2-story home on a decent lot in a good school area, and elementary school, junior high school districts, and that's what they're looking for in North Pole. Fairbanks, in the foothills surrounding Fairbanks, because of the temperature diversion type situation that we have here, where it's technically a little bit warmer in the winter in the foothills versus in the valley here in Fairbanks. So they're looking also for ease of movement. A lot of folks. I had one buyer today come in, and we were talking about it in our buyers program, and the buyer came in, basically said, I don't want to drive 15 miles out through the wilderness to get to a home. I want something convenient, easy to, especially in the winter months. So there's a lot of things going on. North Pole's hot. Fairbanks is hot, with the low inventory, just not having enough homes on the market. Our concern right now is, and one of the things that we're trying to tell folks is, if you're even thinking about it, it's a good time to list, because interest rates went up another percentage, 0.25%, I believe it was yesterday. And we're looking at these saying, wow, how does that affect you? And when you're looking at buyers and you're looking at sellers, a 1% interest rate reduces that buyer's purchasing power by 10%. So if you have a $250,000 home for sale, interest rates go up 1%. That buyer that was right there on target for your home can now only afford a $225,000 home. So we've got F-35s, demand versus supply coming, but we also have interest rates. It's a tricky question. I think it's really smart to come in and sit down and talk to us and let us walk you through it.
So what do you see, through the rest of the summer, and then obviously getting back into the fall? Like, what do you see happening with the current market that you're in? And on an extension to that, if I am a seller or a buyer, what do you suggest? Like, what do you suggest to make sure that I'm ready to get into this market, since there is such low inventory in general?
Well, yeah, and that's a good question, Scott. Basically, we have two waves. The first wave is the folks that list their homes in April, May, first part of June, and that's the first wave. And that's the energy that most of the strong buyers come in, is for that first wave, and they're looking for homes. They're moving into Fairbanks, and they may be part of the military, what have you, and that's where our home sellers get top dollar, better terms and conditions, and have a better opportunity to get their home sold in a short amount of time. Then we kind of tend to slow down at the end of July, first part of August, and then we have another influx of buyers, and it's called the second wave. And we've talked about that a lot here at Madden Real Estate. And that second wave is not quite as hot, but just as powerful, because there's folks getting in, military folks or regular folks getting their kids into school on time, and doing that. Well, you got to position yourself in one of those two waves. We traditionally just don't sell a lot of homes, and the inventory is really low in the winter months because people don't really want to move in and out. Now, we do have the military folks at PCS, or the permanent change of station, during the holidays in the wintertime, but it's very few and far between. So the summertime is the time to act. And if you're thinking about getting your house on the market, or you're thinking about buying a home, or upgrading, or moving, or downsizing, whatever you're thinking about, it's time to pick up the phone, call us, and let us help you.
So yeah, if I'm a seller or buyer, and I want to learn more, what's the first step with you? Talk to me about how they can get in touch, and what you would do. Would they come into the office? You sit down with them, have a consult, kind of explain to them, go over their situation. Tell me a little about your process.
Well, one of the nice things about that is there's multiple ways to get a hold of us, Scott. It's very simple. You can go to maddenrealestate.com and it's just tons of material on there, and look, and we have a feed which shows all the properties, our featured properties, but the key is come in and talk to us, or call us. But the best option right now at this point is just to stop by. We're at 728 Gaffney Road, right here on the edge of town, and just come in and see us. You probably drive by and see our sign out there. We're also at North Pole, 100 yards away from the Santa Claus house there on St. Nicholas Drive. So just stop by and talk to one of the agents, whether you're listing or wanting to sell or buy. We'll just take you through and show you. If you're a seller, we'll tell you what's selling, what condition it is, what you need to do to get your home sold, what the market looks like, what your options are. If you're a buyer, we'll run you through a buyer's consultation, but basically show you what's on the market, what we could do. We also have a coming soon program, or a delayed listing program, where we have homes that are not on the market yet, but we're looking at they're looking at listing, and sometimes we can get buyers into those homes, which is a huge advantage as well.
Awesome, Ed. Any final words for your viewers out there that want to keep hearing from you? What can they expect moving forward?
Yeah, but bottom line is that we do 60 to 75% of our business in the summer months in Fairbanks. That's when people move in. That's when people move out. And if you're even thinking about or know somebody that wants to buy or sell a house, here's my one tidbit of advice. A lot of people wait to get the house in perfect order. They want to finish those last-minute remodeling projects. They want to do these last-minute repairs. They want to have a home inspection, have all those repairs done before they list it. My advice to you right now, if you're looking at listing a house, is come sit down with us. We'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at what that price range you're looking at selling your home. When those projects are done, let's get it on the market now. Get a buyer for it, and give you time to get those projects and get it done at the price that you would do it after that's done. Because if you wait till September or October, then we're dealing with the winter months, and the inventory is so low right now, and the buyers are so strong. We had buyers. We had a meeting this morning. We've got buyers that are like I've never seen, looking for homes that are just not out there. So come on in, talk to us. Let's get this taken care of and get you on to your next step.